So I actually just have a little project that I wanted to share with you guys. I am working on stoning a skating dress for one of the coaches at my rink. We have a big holiday show coming up in just a few days, and she is skating in that show, and so she asked me to put some crystals on her dress. And so I am just going to take you through my crystal process. I have a couple videos up here on that, but since I'm actually stoning a dress, I thought I'd share that with you. Now, I do have some supplies that I use. I have crystals. I am actually going to put a link to all of these down in the description below. So if you need a source for crystals or any of the other kind of stuff, you can grab that in the description below. But I have Swarovski crystals. I use the flat back kind. I do not like the hot fix kind. I really prefer just to use the classic flat back Swarovskis. I also have something called a crystal katana. It is a little wax tip pickup tool with a pusher on one end and the wax on the other end. It's super nice. The glue I like is E6000. It is flexible, stretchy. I like the kind that dries clear. This is the glue to use if you are doing rhinestones. And then I also use a craft syringe. This is not like a hypodermic syringe. This is a craft syringe. Again, I'll link that below. This is what I use to apply the glue. I just really like the precision you can get using a syringe. You can pull back and it kind of makes it so that the glue doesn't keep pushing out. If you want more information though on exactly how to do the whole crystal process, I have a video on that, and I'll put a link up above and then a link in the description below so you can find that if you've never done crystals before. So you can look for that. But I'm just going to show you how I do this and kind of how I choose where I'm going to put all the crystals and that kind of thing. So I have all my stones in different little bowls separated by color and size, so it's easy for me to get to them. So this is just a crystal, just a classic crystal stone. I also have what's called blue shade. Okay, it's the same size. This is also blue shade, but it's larger. It's a 34. And then this is a Meridian blue, and I really like that it has, as you can see, it changes color as you change the light. It's mostly a blue, but then it has a little bit of that red and gold fiery color in there. I get all of these from a company called Rhinestones Unlimited, and I will be posting the link to that below so you can check them out. They have a ton of different colors. Okay, so I have my syringe of glue. I'm gonna start with this little blue section right here. We're gonna be putting some of these blue shade on there. They look really good. I like to do a few drops of glue at a time. It's just more efficient time-wise. And I'm gonna start with just kind of lining this section with those stones. You give that kind of separation between the waist, but I've decided not to stone this section. I'm gonna come across and then come down so that you get kind of like a flow. It doesn't cut this blue section off with stones that way. So I'm just gonna line the edge just like this with a few drops. And then I take my crystal katana, and this black end is wax. So you can just touch a stone and it picks it up just like that. And then when you put it down on the dress, the stone sticks to the glue. It's really convenient. And then if you need to, you can push it around with this little tip to get it adjusted and put it in the right spot. Okay, that's what I've done so far. As you can see, it's pretty quick, pretty simple. This is not quite exciting enough for me though, so we're gonna have to do some of the blue shade here, add some pure crystal, some different sizes, and then I want it to flow down into the skirt. We're not going to do as much on the skirt because with the movement you don't see it quite as well unless you have a lot of stones on it. So we're going to focus on the top, but I do want this line to flow down into the skirt. So I'll do that next. Okay, so this part of the skirt is done. I think that looks really pretty. Flows in really nice. Now we're going to fill in that blue section. So To fill in this blue section, I'm going to switch from my blue shade over to my crystal color. Now keep in mind, when you are choosing crystals for a dress, the pure crystal color or the AB crystal reflects the most light. So you're going to get the most sparkle with this. The darker colors are really beautiful and definitely appropriate for different areas of dresses, but out on the ice they aren't as bright looking. So if you're trying to decide, maybe you have a limited budget and you really want some good sparkle, you're going to want to go with the crystal. I am just going to put some drops set in a little bit, so I'm not going to go immediately in the same line. So I'm not going to go in the same line, I'm going to set them in a little bit. So I'm just going to get, and I'm going to go in between the other drops I already put on there. Okay, my next step is to take the larger size of the crystal shade and add another layer of depth to these crystals. So next I want to create a little bit of a blend between the dark blue and the light blue. So I'm going to take my Meridian blue stones and start putting some stones in here, and I'm going to put just a couple over the edge, and I'm also going to take my crystal shade and put just a couple over the edge so that you kind of have a nice blend between the two colors. All right, now that we have this main part done, we are going to move to this strap. So for this one, we're going to be using pretty much just the blue shade stones and the crystal stones. So I am back for day 2 of my crystal project. It's pretty good. Like I have all of the main structure on the front and the back and the strap done. So now what I'm going to do is just take all of the remaining crystals and do kind of a scatter pattern so that it just has an overall kind of sparkly effect. Now this show is literally in 2 days, so it is crunch time. I pretty much have to get it done today, so wish me luck. Alright guys, the stoning work on this skating dress is complete. Now I just need to wait for this glue to set and dry. It takes about 24 hours for the glue to be truly set, so it has plenty of time to do that. I think it's gorgeous, but I'm going to wait and not show you the finished product until Coach Rachel sees it, so you guys can get to see it together. Hopefully she thinks it's as pretty as I do. I think it turned out really nice. Now, as I said in the beginning, I'm going to be linking everything that I used in the description box down below. So if you need a good source for stones or glue or those craft syringes or anything like that, you can hit the description box below. There's going to be links to all of it so you can easily get it shipped out to you. Now, make sure you stay tuned because, like I said, I'm going to be bringing this dress to the ice rink, showing it to Coach Rachel, and you will get to see the finished product when she's wearing it. Okay guys, it's show day and I have that dress I've been working on to show Miss Rachel. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! Are you serious? I freaking love it! Can I say freaking? I just said it. I love it! Thank you so much! Well, I think that dress turned out gorgeous. I'm looking forward to seeing it under the lights today. Now, it's really amazing to me how you can take a dress that's just a plain store-bought dress and you add crystals to it, jazz it up, and suddenly it looks special, it looks custom, and that's what we did with this dress. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something about stoning and you can maybe dress up, jazz up a dress of your own. And of course, as I said before, I have links below so you can get all of those supplies if you don't have another place to shop for them. If you enjoyed this, be sure to give us a thumbs up, and I look forward to reading all your comments down below. If you haven't done so yet, then hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.